We did it! Yes! Finally, the Broncos won a game. Congratulations, hallelujah. Welcome to 406 Broncos. I'm Dakota, that's Mac.
Hello.
And it's finally a good feeling week, huh? We finally got on the win column.
Oh, little tune.
Yeah, we did. First win since like November or December of last year. We had the longest active losing streak.
8, wasn't it?
8 or 9, something like that, yeah. It was the longest active losing streak in the NFL. We finally broke it. Did not make history by going 0-5. Thank God. So we're just happy to be in the win column. And this week, we're playing against the Tennessee Titans at home. Let's talk about last week real quick.
Okay.
AJ Alexander Johnson, dude's a stud. He stepped in big time on the linebacker position.
Did he get 2?
Hmm?
Did he get 2 interceptions?
I don't think so. He had 1, because Simmons had 1.
Yeah, you're right. He almost had 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Deflected right off his hands, but he almost had 2.
So, finally stepped it up on defense, made some big turnovers that helped us later on in the game, or just helped us out throughout the game. We did almost choke and let them come back. We were up 7.
I said, man, that weird mid-game lull they do.
So,
but there was enough deficit to hold them off, and then to be able to get one more field goal in, just to kind of. I think there was still only 7. Yeah, right. It was 20-13. So.
Big games from Phillip Lindsay.
Yep.
He came up big.
Cortland Sutton.
Sutton was very big. That 80-yard touchdown. Whew. That was awesome. That was way cool.
I haven't seen something like that in a long time.
It's good to see him coming into his own. He's going to be the future, and he's really taking that role as the future number 1. How did Sanders do? I don't remember.
He didn't do good.
Not so hot.
Like, in my fantasy, I said like 0.6, so he got like. It's like it's a hit or miss, man. Like Flacco really favors a quarterback or a receiver every other week. Like,
Did we give up a turnover?
Yes, there was one.
Strip sack, right?
Yeah.
Flacco fumbled?
I think so. I think it was Flacco fumble.
So
yeah, it was because he was about to and it hit, I think.
But other than that, great game from everybody. They
didn't get anything off that though. I don't believe. The only time they ever actually made a touchdown was that punt return.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Rivers didn't have any touchdowns. Okay, so another big thing that we got to talk about. Oh, yeah, no, real quick. Just before we forget, Kareem Jackson, that forced fumble. Stellar.
Oh, yeah.
Stellar.
Yeah.
Big time on his part.
Yep.
That was really
cool.
Right at the end of the half.
Yep.
So, props to him for that. But no, some kind of controversy, I suppose you could say, going on right now this week was the stuff that Vic Fangio had to say about Von Miller. Did you hear about that? He was basically like criticizing Von and saying that that his performance wasn't. He basically
was a coach. So.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, what is the strategy? You're like, we won the game, yet you're kind of putting down your best player on the team.
I don't know if he's putting down, but more or less probably saying or knows there's more potential. Then again, though, like I was watching that game, Von Miller's double covered a lot of the time,
right?
But he made so many forced throws because he got so much pressure in there. Didn't get to be able to get a sack, but got so much pressure in there that it made Phillip Rivers have to throw it real quick, get out of the pocket real quick, and that really changed the tide for the defense to be able to work on. So I thought Von Miller had a great game,
right?
In the sense, and he had a good couple of tackles. So
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Vaughn did fine. I don't know that we need to read too much into this Fangio stuff. So we'll see how that
I guess
goes.
I've never heard about this.
Yeah, they've been talking about it. We'll see how it goes from the next couple weeks. John Elway, the most recent thing John Elway said was nobody is being traded.
No, there's no fire sale, nothing like that. We're going to play competitive. And I like that. I like that.
I like that that's the mentality now.
That's the trust.
I stand by what I said last week when I said that these next couple games are still going to determine all that right before the trade deadline.
Determines. Let's see how this game turns out. Let's see how bad we if there was the case, how bad we lose to it, and then that would probably determine that we may have to do something.
Right.
But
I just think the next couple games are going to be crucial, and we have on a short week Kansas City coming to town. So we'll see how all that shakes out too. But let's go ahead and talk about this matchup against the Titans. Marcus Mariota is having a pretty good season himself.
Sometimes they're he plays good and then he plays not.
Well, just
good. He's kind of.
I don't know that he has any. Did he turn over the ball last week? I don't know.
He's got no. Well, I don't know about fumbles, but I know he's got one of the best streaks about no interceptions.
We got to change that. We got to change that.
Well, we popped the cherry at interceptions just last week, so let them roll in now.
I know.
Chris Harris Jr. needs to get one.
We gotta get that. We gotta get some sacks too. We gotta get that pressure in. Titans defense is probably the most scary aspect of their team. So.
Well, also I'd say that we're not the best at the run stop. So
Derrick Henry.
we gotta really watch out for Derrick Henry.
Well, yeah, and look at what Leonard Fournette. By the way, that's another thing. That's why Fangio pulled out Gotsis was to play Mike Purcell because of the run stuff, and it worked. We only allowed
Why is it? Gotsis not good with the run?
I don't know. He just tried it out and put Purcell in there, and it worked out really well. So I think Purcell's going to be on the line permanently.
Gotsis not?
Well, they said they might put him in rotation, but not as a starter because they had to fix up that run stuff, and Alexander helped with that too. So hopefully, whatever experiment they are doing as far as the run stop is going to carry over because it needs to.
Well, not only Chargers have been crazy good at the run. Mm-hmm. Eckler's been killing it. Well, I couldn't say much for Gordon because he hasn't been playing. So I don't know if he has just rust on the feet because finally getting in, and that helped too, or
yeah.
Austin Eckler had more receiving yards than he did rushing.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully Fangio knows what he's doing as far as the run defense. It worked last week. Let's see if we can keep that rolling this week because we're going to need to because Derrick Henry's a beast.
I did listen to something on the radio, though, and we can't just give up hope yet. 2011 Denver Broncos were 1-4. They came back winning the division. We're not going to be able to win the division with 8-8 record and got in the playoffs and won a playoff game. That's the Tim Tebow time.
We can still hope for.
It started 1-4 then.
Yeah. We can always hope for a wild card, and who knows? I mean, think about it. If Kansas City loses this week, who are they playing again?
Houston.
Yeah. See, I mean, that's a potential loss. I mean, if they lose this week and then we play them on a short week, then
I didn't see the Raiders they're not playing this week.
They must have a bye week.
They must.
But you know what I mean? There's potential there. Then we'd only be one game behind the Chiefs with having to play them one more time. It's that quick of a turnaround that it could be.
I mean, it could be, but yeah, then there's the Raiders that are actually doing pretty good. So they're already 2 games ahead.
Right. That's true. Or I guess it would be 2 games. Well, no, 1 because of the.
If we won this
tiebreaker.
one, they lost this one. It would be 1 or 2 games or 1 game.
They'd be 5-2.
Are they 3-1?
Or
they're 4-1 right now.
They were 4. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm all mixed up. So anyway, there's potential there. Anything can happen. This is sports, and you just got to keep believing. Here's another thing. What we're playing for right now, we got to play to for the to make people want to come to Denver. We got to keep the belief alive that we're still a competitive team. We want people to stick around. We don't want people being like, this is not a place I want to be.
See, I don't even like those kind of fans though.
No. I'm talking about players.
Oh, okay.
We need. That's what the next couple games, just the rest of the season needs to be about. We need to prove that we're a competitive team, that we can, that way some of these young guys stick around, some of the veterans stick around, and we can recruit people to want to come play for us. That's a big aspect of winning these next couple games. And having a good record by the end of the season even. But I do believe, we're obviously all in, and this is not a game, this is not a game that's completely out of our reach. It is at home. I think we could easily win this game. We could even win this game by double digits, if you ask me.
Hopefully it's one of those, because obviously Titans are usually oh, they're hot this week. Oh, they suck this week. So hopefully we get their suck week.
And in reality, I think we've been fairly consistent.
Well, yeah, we've been very consistent.
Especially
we
offensively.
just talked about the one possession loss and the field goal loss. It came down the wire with the Bears. The Bears is one projected one of the best ones in power rankings. Mm-hmm. They kind of, I guess they went down this.
But their
week.
defense.
But they are one of the best teams out there right now. Playoff projected and all that. Green Bay 2 possessions, so that sucked. Jaguars, I wouldn't say they're a horrible team.
No, but
they're not the best team. But
that was a field goal loss.
I know, it's a field goal loss, but the one thing I'd say is, let's keep the stride going. I keep saying, just play like you're always behind, because when we play ahead, there's a huge lull area. Good thing the deficit was bad enough they couldn't get it to gear. And our defense actually did turnovers this time. And
let's not forget that the Chargers are a pretty good team. They're injury riddled, but they're still a good team, and we beat them. So, on the road, no less. So, let's just not forget that we did beat a good team. We've almost beaten some other good teams. And we'll see what kind of Titans team we get this week. Because, like you said, they're hit or miss. They'll show up really heavy one week, and then they'll crap out on a team they should probably have destroyed.
By the way, weren't we trying to figure out who the Browns lost to? Weren't you trying to figure out who the Titans?
Oh, yeah. They got smoked.
I just thought about that.
Also, this week, at halftime, they will be honoring both Pat Bowlen and Champ Bailey as the Hall of Fame inductees.
See, I thought they were going to do that for the Bears game. I was the opener, and I was ooh, maybe we'll see that.
Did you see that thing I tagged you in with? Or no, you tagged me. With Peyton?
Yeah.
That was cool. They did a thing just yesterday with all the top 100.
Champs busts is on at the stadium
Yep,
now.
Yep, and so is Pat's.
Yep, Pat's.
So, that'll be kind of a cool thing for going on there, so. Alrighty.
All right.
Anything else you want to say, or
nope?
Besides, go Broncos and FU Titans.
Yeah, eat shit Titans.
And FU Robert.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert.
All 2 right. FUs. We got you twice, man. 2 videos in a row, and you just got smoked. All right. We'll see you at game time. Happy Sunday. I don't know.
I like how you're trying to figure out something else to say.